We've also agreed steps to raise the quality and consistency of supervision across Europe, ensure common rules are enforced, and improve coordination between national supervisors. Because so much of our financial sector is entwined with Europe and the rest of the world, stronger cross-border supervision is in our interests as Britain, and I've ensured that British taxpayers will be properly protected under the new arrangements. At each point, Europe is being asked to and is delivering on the G20 summit conclusions as we promised. Secondly, Europe has come together today to give Ireland the reassurances it needs to move forward on the Lisbon Treaty. The entry into force of Lisbon will create a more effective, efficient European Union fully equipped to play its role on the world stage and deliver better results for the people of Europe. The protocol is specific to Ireland, and its status is no different to our protocols. It does not change the relationship between the European Union and its member states. The protocol clarifies but does not change the content or the application of the provisions of the Lisbon Treaty, and all these words are stated specifically in the decision that is issued today. The conclusions of today's meeting also makes clear that the new protocol for Ireland will only be subject to ratification at the time of the next accession treaty. We have also, I'm pleased to say, agreed that José Manuel Barroso is the right man to lead the next European Commission. He has proved beyond doubt that he has the vision, the determination and the courage to lead Europe forward for the next 5 years. Europe is and will be a better and stronger Europe under his leadership. But his task will not be easy. Europe faces great challenges, but with an open, bold and global Europe, we can meet them, and it is to an open, bold and global Europe that he has committed himself that will build Europe's better future. The next Commission's high priority must be to help ensure a strong European economy and sustainable growth. We must deliver stability and confidence in financial markets, as we have agreed to do today. We must go further. Europe's single market is already worth over 12 trillion euros. It is the largest single market in the world, but we need better enforcement of single market rules. We must lift the regulatory burden on business as applied by Europe. A 25% reduction in European administrative burdens should deliver 10 billion euros of savings. We must focus as Europe on low-carbon industries, and we must build the digital economy, driving innovation and creating new jobs. And Europe must play a leading role on the world stage, tackling the great global challenges. We must lead efforts to agree and implement a global deal on climate change, as we've agreed today, moving quickly as Europe to a low-carbon economy, and improving the European Union's energy efficiency and security. And the Commission must advocate open markets, free trade and resist protectionism. It must provide leadership on development and poverty reduction, as we have also agreed today, holding all Member States to account for their commitments to the Millennium Development Goals. And we must have a Europe where we work together to root out international terrorism, to stem the flow of illegal migrants, and to prevent organised and cyber crime. A strong focus on addressing these problems at the source in countries like Afghanistan and Pakistan, together with improving cooperation with neighbouring countries and within Europe, must be at the heart of Europe's agenda for the future. And this too is agreed in our decisions today. All this must be supported by the right international and financial arrangements. Today we've moved forward on Lisbon. We've agreed a new framework for stronger financial supervision. In the months ahead, we must refocus the EU budget to meet the challenges of the global economy. We must be ready to enlarge the European Union, building a stronger and broader Europe for all. And that is Britain's agenda for the future of Europe. I want to mention one other thing before I finish my remarks. Today is Aung San Suu Kyi's 64th birthday, and it is a tragedy that she will spend it in prison, as the Burmese regime pursues its absurd and contemptible sham trial of her. So on this day, I and all of Europe call again for Aung San Suu Kyi's release. She is an inspiration to me and to all those that fight for human rights, for democracy and for a better, fairer world. The Burmese regime must know that there will be consequences for their actions, so Europe agreed today to step up sanctions and take further targeted measures against the Burmese regime. We will also work with the rest of Asia to increase the pressure, and I hope that Ban Ki-moon, the UN Secretary General, will be able to visit Burma soon. So I send two messages to Burma today. To Aung San Suu Kyi, you are not alone. To the Burmese generals, the time for democracy is now. Happy to answer any questions, both David and I. Adam.
Prime Minister, on the subject of repressive regimes, I want